With a soft click, Vector and Mekti exit the phone booth. Before them lie the familiar weeds and cracked earth. The bloody text, "You died," remains hauntingly fresh in their memory. Wait, why are we here again? You return to the last save point only when you die. So, clearly we just died? How? I have no idea. I was talking to you so I did not see anything, but something probably ambushed us from behind. Just then, the surveillance camera pipes up while circling around them. "Baby, I saw it! It was the ELID that you shot down. It was feigning death. It was the one who attacked you from behind." ELID? It feigned death? We've been had. I should have known there would be such sneaky-ass moves in this kind of game, yep. Hang on, am I being ignorant here? Have you ever seen an ELID that knows how to feign death? I haven't, but that doesn't really rule out the possibility. When it's a matter of life and death, even the poor ELIDs have to pick up some cunning tricks. If that's true, then all commissions that involve ELIDs would double in price. This time, it's Wellrod who speaks through the camera. So, what kind of voice I'm going to use for Wellrod? "Vector, isn't this one of those..." Wait. Probably something annoying. "Vector, isn't this one of those extreme unlikelihoods that you're so obsessed with? This shouldn't be so far-fetched according to your logic." The derision in Wellrod's tone does not escape Vector, but she makes no rebuke. Instead, she pulls up the game interface. "We are missing a certain amount of ammo and 531 XP. Is this a system error?" "Oh, nah. It's probably the penalty for dying." "Penalty for dying?" Just as we get drops as a reward for killing enemies, if we die, we also lose supplies and XP. But the supplies are usually retrievable at the location of our death. Wouldn't they be seized by the enemies? Huh? That'd be way too infuriating, no? These are the player's hard-earned supplies. If any game implements that, it will flop real hard as soon as it launches. I agree with that. Though it might actually be an interesting gimmick. Feels like the game is dragging us around by the nose. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. Sometimes when you just cannot beat the game and you're so angry you just want to quit, you'll think to yourself, "Oh, I should at least pick up the loot before quitting." Then once you have done that, you'll think, "Since I'm here, why don't I give it another go? Maybe I'll beat it this time." Then before you know it, a whole night has passed. So the game is exploiting the player's fear of loss and competitive nature to keep them addicted. Let's go. Let's go and retrieve our loot and make our way to Ruina Crystallis. Okay. But wait, it's the same place. We'll have to be careful this time around. We'll be fine. I know that the ELIDs here can play dead now. She's scouting again. But it's so annoying to have to fight them again. Remember to shoot them once more after they go down, to ensure that no ELIDs are playing dead. Yeah, I've got it. Then let us begin. Oh, I like that. The support doll is ready already. Ready already? Like, it's automatically chosen. I like that. Now that's really cool. Just bring two characters. Listen to that beautiful music. Alright. Not so Vector. Help us out. What the? Hello? There you go. Okay. Thank you. That was close. I was starting to think that I would lose. That was a hard game. That was training. Never mind. Let's go see what else we can take. Okay, I'll have a look over there. Mekti and Vector start rummaging through the pile of ELIDs scattered all around for supplies. The search ELID corpses disintegrate and fade away. So, it's a system voice. Ammo 63 obtain. Healing potion times 10 obtain. Item crystal bracelet obtain. Zone map Ruina Crystallis urban area obtain. New zone unlock. A chip bracelet. Wait, a chip bracelet made of inferior crystal fragments. Judging by the description, it seems pretty useless. If it's useless, it's probably an item that's related to the plot. We can't go wrong by keeping it with us. Say, this has been quite profitable. With all the XP, we can level up twice in a row. But we're constantly at risk of losing the XP before we find the next save point. You'd be wise to not treat them as yours yet, so that you won't feel sorry if you do lose them. If we lose them, we can always get them back. It's just a bit of a pain. You can always start again in games. You can always start again. Does that mean you don't always give it your all? Exactly. Oh, no. I always put in an effort. Vector stares at Mekti with a look of disbelief. Then all of a sudden, another thought seems to have struck her. If we die again while in the process of retrieving our loot, will we still be able to recover the things we were trying to retrieve? I haven't really come across that situation, but speaking from my gaming experience, probably not. Slip of the tongue? Harpsy, is that right? The camera hovering in mid-air bobs up and down twice. That is indeed the case. I base it on a game with similar mechanics. Basically, you can only recover the things that you last dropped. So if your inventory is empty to begin with, you won't be able to recover anything. In other words, players are very likely to end up with nothing at all? Huh? Wait, huh? Yeah, if you are not careful, then that's true. An extremely limited amount of save points, save base recovery, enemy resetting, drops penalty. Yes, Elden Ring. So far, I find the design and features of this game that are beyond the scope of training a little too harsh and cumbersome. Huh? I was just trying to match the level of difficulty to the module. Also, Mekti said these were all standard setups for games. Standard setups for games. I had assumed you would at least consider how to incorporate training into the game. But from what I can see, you have simply shoehorned it into a framework without much thought. That's where you are wrong. Suffering is the essence of this sort of mechanism. Only through the trial of hardship does the fruit of victory taste sweeter. Now that I agree with, that's true. I don't have a module installed for ingesting food. Thank you. So what else do I not know about the essence of this kind of mechanism? You're missing the point, Vector. You have been approaching this with a negative bias and much reluctance from the get-go. It is only natural that you struggle to experience the fun that I'm trying to explain. You've got to relax. I think you also completely fail to comprehend my concerns. I totally understand them, but since we are here, we should just chill and enjoy the game. Uh-oh, she's mad. Vector's brow furrows, then she lets out a heavy sigh. So brother, let's count how many game references. Yep, the 3. Baldur's Gate 3, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring 3. Never mind, at least in terms of combat, both the breakout in the beginning and the ambush we just went through match the settings of the module. There are some things that didn't make much sense in other aspects, but they're not impossibly far-fetched. Wow, sounds like you have played some impossibly far-fetched games? I just find it very bizarre that these games demand dolls to behave in a way that follows humans' physiological habits. Can you explain it in a more understandable way? Basically, back when we were still at Griffin, Ruche and I took part in a gaming tournament for some monetary reward. The event was quite heavily promoted. I wonder if you remember. Okay, is this part of the event? Or just a costume? It could be a costume event, Or it could be an actual event. I don't remember it. The division? No, monetary reward. No, because collaboration events are not supposed to be canon. So, it could not be the division. It could be something else. They're probably talking something else. Either one of the festival events or one of the costume events. Gaming tournament. That does ring a bell. Apart from dying in combat, players in that game could also die from hunger and hypothermia. It could be the division. But who knows? That wouldn't be so strange for humans, but we are dull, so we tend to overlook such problems. If this plugin also incorporates the same mechanism that makes it possible for us to die from a lack of sustenance or low temperatures, then it would make it even more difficult for us to beat the game. Hold on. Don't tell me you're talking about... What? It's actually canon? So the Division collaboration event was actually canon in Girls Frontline 1? Okay, Mika, okay. Okay. Now you're cooking. It's actually canon? Motherfuckers. Well played, Mika, well played. Well played, Sunburn team, well played. What? You didn't participate? Nope. I remember. A doll player did actually freeze to death. I think she went by Pink Nyan Nyan Punch. Wait. Yeah, I think it was her. Yeah. I think it was GRG 11. It was Pink Nyan Nyan Punch. Yeah. What a tasteful name. Right. We better get going or Eli this here will respond. You're right. Then let me check which way we should go. After scrutinizing the map for a while, Vector plots out a serpentine route. Looks like we'll be spending quite some time on the road. The Research Institute and the border terminal are on two diagonally opposite ends of the city. Oh, that's really far. How long will it take for us to get there? Running across the map is always such a chore. Can we just travel along a straight line here? Mekti points at the straight passage leading to the northwest area marked with the dotted line on the map. It is canon! The mouth of the passage is right ahead of them. Underground transportation hub of Rowena Crystallis? Are you sure? Anything underground always sounds particularly ominous. The value of training is demonstrated in dangerous places. We're not tourists, so what's the point in spending so much time on the road? You're right. It's more important to complete the training.